right. Here we go. I'm here. I'm already late. I might as well get started. All right, we have a pile of turtle heads. We're going to make some turtles because I sold a lot of turtles. So we need to make turtles for June. So that's the plan. I haven't made these guys in a while. I know I was on stream making these a month ago. Oh, I know what I need to do. I thought I was all ready and awesome and everything. I need to update my pattern link because my pattern link is still turned off from when I was doing art on Friday. All right, chat commands, custom commands, find pattern. And I thought I was all ready to go. Here we go. Hey Astrid, welcome in. Yeah, I'm tired. I am all tired now. Bay Beach, welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know how to say your name too. I'm not sure with the B-A-I. Let me know how to say your name so I'm not mispronouncing it. But welcome in. Happy Monday. I'm really tired now. Yeah, I was already tired, and then last night I was awake for like 2 hours in the middle of the night for no reason. No reason at all, and I still got up around like before 5:30 because no reason. All right, 1 second. I am putting the turtle pattern in here. Crocheting. Tank the turtle. A paid pattern. All right, so we got tank. Second. I am really annoyed that the stream elements is always on top of other windows, and I just have to keep moving it around the screen so I can actually see what I'm doing. Well, I've got the Ravelry link. I don't know where the Etsy link is. Tank turtle Etsy. How about that? There he is. All right. All right, we got this going. Yeah, these guys were an amazing seller. All right, Mel's Crochet Knit Co. Hi, Mel's Crochet Knit Co. Apologize, give me just 1 second here. I really thought I was... Hey, Shanigans, welcome in. Welcome in. I can't see chat right now. I am trying to get my act together. All right, we got Ravelry, we got Etsy. Save. And hopefully that works. Shanigans, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome in. How are you doing? How was your market? How was your market? I'm pretty sure you had one also. Pretty sure. Astrid, you need a turtle pattern for Emigru May, so this might be perfect. It is right now $5 on Etsy. I don't think I've seen it go on sale. Can't remember if this one goes on sale or not. I know some sellers do frequent sales, and some sellers never ever have a sale. Don't think I've seen this one on sale. Also, if you're interested, Astrid, Tank the Turtle is like the little small guy. And in the picture down here, Tank the Turtle is the guy who's on top. There's a larger one on the bottom. I believe it's Titan. I believe Titan is the one. And you can buy them as a bundle, which I didn't find out until after I bought the $5 mini turtle pattern. And you can buy them as an $8 bundle, or I could just fork over another $5 for the bigger turtle. I did construct the bigger turtle based off of the small turtle pattern, but I think I need to do something different for the big turtle's head. So I could make the big turtle work without paying for it, but I need to figure out the head first. I know I like the sound of the bundle too. I'm so sad that I bought the little turtle, which I love, and I didn't look through the shop first. Always look through the shop first. And you can say it bay or buy. Started out as a spoof on Buy Bitch and then became the name of your Animal Crossing island, so it's evolved over time. All right, bay or buy. I'll try to pick one and stay constant. I'll try. But thank you. Thank you for letting me know and welcome in. I hope your weekend went well. And Jenny, you first. All right. Saturday was my best single sales day I have ever done since I started in 2015. It was the most I've sold, the biggest amount of money at the end of the day I've ever done at a market. And the second day was still in the top five. So it was the best weekend event. It was bigger than like the whole like downtown Concord thing that I did 2 years ago, which was previously the biggest event I'd ever done. It was really good. And actually after Saturday, I'd sold so many of those like $15 things, the little like the turtles and the frogs and stuff. As soon as I came back, I like bolted down some dinner and I made three more frogs and popped them out on the table. And I found a few other things I'd forgotten to bring on Saturday, so I got to pop them on the table too. And I forgot to take a picture at the end of the day on Sunday, and I'm really bummed about that because the table wasn't empty, but it was pretty bare. I have a lot of work ahead of me. I have a lot of work ahead of me, and yeah, thank you so much. I couldn't believe it. And the other vendors were commenting too that like I had a lot of people come to my booth. So I don't know, I've always feel a little weird. Like I always feel sad for myself if I do worse than other vendors are doing. You know, obviously it hurts a little to see other people making sale after sale and like you have a not busy day, which has happened to me. But it also makes me feel a little awkward when there's so many people at my booth and then like my booth neighbor has almost no one. And that's a little awkward too. But I had a really great weekend. I really did. Um, Kids Creations, welcome in. Good morning. And congrats on Saturday. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. Oh, no worries, Janny. No worries. I wasn't around at all on Sunday. I was being pollinated on constantly. That was the biggest downfall for the weekend. It was gorgeous weather, but the trees were just like sending junk everywhere and the wind was blowing it onto all the tables, and I like every 10 minutes I would be brushing a section of my table off, and I just do a different section every 10 minutes, and it was disgusting. It was really frustrating. And so yeah, like my I don't really have allergies, but like I can feel it in my throat and my nose and my head, just all of the pollen. And I was there from about um I mean it started at 10. I went from 10 to 4. I left home around 7. I got there around 7:30 and I was there from 7:30 until about 4:30 by the time I packed up. So, it was a lot of time just breathing in pollen. Shannigan's Cute and Unique is where it's at. There were two booths that had amigurumi at the market you went to. You saw plenty of plushy friends being carried around. And I saw mine being carried around for the rest of the market. And it was so cool. It felt so good. Yeah, a lot of the things that I sold early on, I'd see like walking around with the kid or the adult who bought them later on. And yeah, it was a really good feeling. Kit's Creations, don't think I've got to tell you. Since I first saw these turtles, the wife has been making them and people love them. Excellent. Thank you for showing me where to get the pattern. Absolutely. Actually, I was shown the pattern. I was linked to this pattern by another streamer, 3 Marie. Actually, I wonder if I can do a shout out even though 3 Marie is not in. Let me see. 3 Marie does a lot of these. There we go. 3 Marie does a lot of these kind of like smaller bulky yarn things and has been saying that they sell really 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 well. So yeah, I got the pattern from 3 Marie and I am happy to share the pattern. Did I not turn the pattern on? Oh, I saved it but I didn't turn it on yet. Now it should work, I hope, because I had it turned off for Friday. So I put the links in. Nope, I had it turned off for Friday. Let me just see if it works now. Perfect. Excellent. Yes, there's the pattern. I had to turn it on. Sorry. All right. So yeah, that was in brief my weekend. So Shannigan's, how was your weekend? How did you do? I hope you had amazing weather too. I could not have asked for better weather. She's making a small addition to them. She's sewing a piece of fabric on the bottom like a pocket so you can put a tooth in it. Tooth turtles? I love it. Oh, that's excellent. That's a great idea. I did a star with a little pocket in it once, and it was supposed to be like a tooth fairy thing, a tooth fairy pocket for the thing. And I I made it a wishing star. I made these like little cards, and I wrote like I wish on them, and I stuck like 3 of them into the pocket across the front of the star. I only made one. It sold pretty quickly, but I never made them again. But that sounds like a good idea for the turtles. 6. Hey, Bomber Crafts, welcome in. Welcome in, and Waddle Yarnaholic, hello. Oh, we have major shout outs to do. Let's see. Shanigans was in early on. All right. I'm going to try to make sure I get through everyone. I don't want to forget anyone because we got a lot of shout outs here. A lot of awesome people in chat. So, yay.
Yep. I didn't move it before, so hopefully we're catching this. Ooh, flames.
Ooh.
How's it looking, everybody?
What were you making
Perfect.
with those? Do I remember?
Nice.
Don't remember.
Well done.
What were you making with the muffin cups? I know I've asked you this before, and I cannot for the life of me remember. But that was a cool fire effect. I liked that. All right, so there's Shanigans. So check out Shanigans. Shanigans is doing markets again, too. We're, full-blown market season now. Shanigans does woodworking, wood turning, and has really nice chill streams. And who we got? Who was in next? Bomber. There we go. Bomber Crafts. Bomber has some really cool free frog designs, crochet designs, and is a crochet streamer. What size yarn are you using right now? I'm using Bernat Blanket. Sorry for the bang. I'm using Bernat Blanket on the turtles. And it is a super bulky. And I'm using a K-hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter. So yeah, for the turtles, I do Bernat Blanket. I use a K-hook, which is 6.5 millimeters, which I think is what the pattern calls for as well. I think I actually followed the pattern on this. Yep, the pattern says Bernat Blanket and a 6.5 millimeter K-hook. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Janny was in, so we'll do a shout out for Janny. There we go, Justin Pickle, who is an awesome music streamer and an amazing mod. So you give the day a solid B. No worries. All right, so Shanigans, you give the day a solid B. The rain stayed away, but it was when, we had wind too. That was actually a tent got blown over. The tent that was right across the walkway from me, they had it staked down. They didn't have any weights on the tent, and it freaked me out because it blew right at my tent, and there were a bunch of people in my tent, and there were a bunch of like little girls because, I've got stuffed animals, so I'm like, I've got kid crack here. I've got stuffed animals. So there are a bunch of little girls right in front of my tent, and I like superheroed out and like caught the tent. And then a bunch of other vendors jumped in, and we got the tent back up. And I think someone loaned them like a weight or something. But yeah, I think that's only the second or no, I think it's the second time I've ever seen a tent go over. And yeah, I thought those kids were toast. I mean, they're lightweight enough that it shouldn't have hurt them, but I mean, for little kids, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted. So it was windy, the traffic was great. Good. And you had an above average day of sales. Excellent. And your clip was the kiddo casting some aluminum. Just melting down soda cans. Cool. I like the fire effect. That was really neat. Oh, no worries, Janny. No worries. I know you have work. Work is important. Work is important. So I just thank you for being here and, doing any lurking that you can do and hanging out. But I know you have working things that need to happen. Shenanigans, a good thing you're leaning into the laser cut stuff. Half your sales were in laser cut earrings and magnets. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I can't believe the amount, like I said before, of the little stuff, the turtles, the frogs, the mushrooms, like they're gone. I have, I think, like one or two of each of those left, and I went with like a buttload. I had that shelf thing, the new shelf I put together. I had that full of them, and then I had a whole basket just full of stuff that I could throw out on the table as they sold. And I like I said, I have one or two left of each. So I need to actually do the numbers. I did the money numbers and I wrote down what I sold, but I think I actually will try to do a spreadsheet this year. Because I'm really curious to see exactly how many I did sell. Bomber, you made a little crochet lemon this week, and your daughter already claimed it. You're getting back into things. Nice. Oh, cool. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for when you can stream again. So yeah, when you can, I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Didn't realize someone had clipped that. You were hoping for Krabby Jan. Oh, yes. One day we're going to get Jacques the lobster. That's a good Janny clip. Basil, hello. Hi, yarn pals. Welcome in. Je suis Jacques. Yes, that was a good clip. I'm very proud of myself. Pat on the back. Very proud of myself. I clipped that. Shenanigans, you're impressed you managed to weight everything down properly and you didn't have anything blow over. I actually didn't lose much from my table either. I, like, usually with my stuffed animals, if I have them sitting up, the wind will knock them over. And I really didn't have to chase anything over the weekend. So that was nice. That was nice. $20 or less is where it's at. Yeah, that was a big thing. And very stupidly, I have to say, if I'd really thought about it, I had so many things priced at $15. The like the smaller items, I had so many things priced at $15. And I was so focused on having enough ones to make change. I had some fives. Like I had a fairly good amount of fives, but of course everyone paid in 20s, and I gave everyone a five, and I have like 3 fives left. I thought I was gonna run out. Obviously I have a lot of ones, so I could have given 5 ones, but I need to have fives on hand if I'm going to keep the price at $15. But you feel you have to either lean into it to have a good base for the day or complain when you don't sell anything. Yeah, and I think I am feeling good at the $15 for these guys. It takes about half an hour to make. Like, I can get enough. I haven't done the math. I haven't mathed it out to see how many turtles I can get out of, like, a skein of yarn. So I haven't quite mathed out how much goes into each guy, plus the stuffing, plus the safety eyes. I think the cost of materials is fairly negligible on these guys, though. So I'm feeling pretty good about the 15. Basil, it's fantastic news. Definitely going to need a bigger bag of stuffing. Well, I got 4 free bags of stuffing. I got 4 bags, all this size, free. Because someone else was cleaning out their craft room about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And so they posted like, hey, does anyone want stuffing? And you bet your butt I jumped in there. I was like, me first, me. So to buy a bag that size right now, that's I think the price got raised. I just looked at it again last week. I think it's $14 for a bag like that, and I got 4 bags of it. So I'm very happy with myself right now. So yeah. Bomber Crafts very soon. Graduation ceremonies tomorrow. Oh, awesome. I hope you have a great day. Oh, that's exciting. I'm happy for you, Bomber. Congratulations. That was a lot of work, I know. So I hope you have a great graduation tomorrow. And your focus is going to be finishing new emotes and getting ready to go again. Awesome. You got rehired as an RA for the summer. It's 3 times a week and it won't affect your streaming plans. Got a pay raise. Excellent. Diploma equals pay raise. I like it. And to Heron, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome in. Oh, I like that. I like it. Got these done in the last couple of days and you're super happy with. I love them. Oh, I love all your new emotes, Bomber. They look great. They look great. You're a bit nervous. It's 4 hours and you're not a people person. It makes the whole degree feel more real. This is true. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I feel you on that. I definitely did. I felt claustrophobic in my graduation ceremony from college, and I usually don't feel that way. So I can understand the people for a long time all around. Yeah. Um, sorry, I just like tried to talk and couldn't. Janny, I've been wanting to do that for a while, honestly. I've been trying to decide. I could either do a kazoo and then try to do like a little like wiggle wiggle animation, or try to do something like what Low Key Uke has, where it's them playing the kazoo. Um, but the other thing is I still need to finish Shannigan's emote. So I'm trying to be good. I'm trying not to do any other emotes before I finish Shannigan's emote. But Janny, I've specifically wanted to make you a kazoo emote. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the treat and hydrate. Thank you for the treat and hydrate. I've been drinking coffee, which I like never ever do, but hopefully I need it today. Man, I'm tired. But here's treats today. I got my Milka bars. Thank you for letting me know that I missed it too. I'm sorry. I'm scattered today. I'm scattered and tired. But I have hazelnut Milka bars. So thank you. Thank you, thank you. They're yum. They're very yum. Yum. It'll feel nice. A nice end celebration, yeah. Oh, Astrid, yours was in COVID. And then you didn't want to go to the rerun. That makes sense, though. Yay, coffee. Yeah, I have like an espresso. I have an espresso in a giant mug. I didn't make it like full force, though. So, and I added caramel. I added like a really good caramel to it. So that's what I've got today. Not tea for once. I should make the kazoo. All right. I'll have to talk with Janny and figure out which one, if there's a preference on them then. Because I actually have looked up on, just done image searches on Google just to kind of get an idea for how I can simplify the kazoo while making it still be very obvious it's a kazoo, even when it's shrunk down small. So it has been in my mind. Milka. Yes. And I asked Janny about this, so I'm supposed to be picking up orange Jaffa cakes because our grocery store has this little like international aisle, and there's a little chocolate and treat section. So that's where I get the Milka bars. That's where I got. I can't remember what the other one was called, but it was really good. It was a dark chocolate from Croatia, I think. Am I right? I might be right. I might be wrong. Something like it. It was delicious. It was friggin' delicious. But yeah, we have strawberry and we have orange for options. So Janny voted for the orange. So I'm supposed to get that. I do groceries on Tuesday, so I'm supposed to go get those, and I should have that for Friday stream. I've never had them before at all. Rerun would have been 2022, but you're immunosuppressed, so no thanks. Yeah, I get that. Jaffa cakes are worth a try. Orange are the real ones. All right. Orange ones are the correct version. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Kegs. See, I would have gone with the strawberry over orange just because I can't quite picture how the orange would taste. But I like orange, and like I like chocolate orange. Chocolate oranges. Terry's chocolate orange. So that's what we'll do. As long as they have it in stock, I'm gonna get that tomorrow, and we'll have that on Friday. All right, let me make a turtle tummy. Wait, I think there's at least one person I haven't shouted out. But there was someone. I know I did. Shenanigans, Janny, and Bomber. Let me know. What a yarnaholic. That's who. I knew there was someone. I am sorry. I knew there was someone, and then I got distracted. So, shout out to What a Yarnaholic. Ooh. Oh, the rainbow whales sold like really well too. People really liked seeing them out. So, because my Concord event, my 3-day like downtown Concord big event, that's in June. I need to figure out how many of each color I need to make. Because again, since it's 3 days in a row, I am not going to have... oh man, I probably messed up already by not marking this. Since I have 3 days in a row, I'm not going to have any time to restock in between the days. So I'm just going to have to make as much as I can between now and June 22nd, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing you missed from your old job is going to Germany and picking up random Ritter Sport bars. The dark chocolate marzipan ones and the cornflakes ones were your favorites. Man, I have been trying to keep my eyes open for marzipan, like real good marzipan, because my grandma used to have it, because both of her parents immigrated to the US from Germany just before my grandma was born. And so they still have ties in Germany, and they'd get like good treats sent from relatives like, at Christmas time and stuff, a long time ago in the 80s and 90s when I was very little. I haven't had marzipan in forever. I would love that. Nervous Corvid, Teenage Mutant Needle Teetles. Nervous Corvid, welcome in. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to put this on for today. I wore it for the rest of the day. Look, it's a Nervous Corvid emote as a pin, and Nervous Corvid gave this to me at the market. So thank you. I wore it for the rest of the day at the market, and I did mean to put it on before I went live. And I forgot because I sat down, I looked around, forgot where I was, and said, I think I'm all ready. And I wasn't even remotely ready. But Nervous Corbett, it was great seeing you this weekend. I had such a great weekend, too. But thank you for coming around. Yes. It says, no, you, with the reverse Uno card. And it's Nervous Corvids. And I believe Nervous Corvid has more of them in their Ko-fi store, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you have more of them, feel free to drop a link in chat, Nervous Corvid. Because they're very cute. And I am a huge fan of Nervous Corvid's emotes. They're awesome. Super awesome. Dark chocolate marzipan ones are in the UK supermarkets. What brand? The Ritter Sports Bars. I don't think I've ever seen Ritter Sports Bars anywhere. I can't picture what they would look like. But now I really want to try some. Especially if there's dark chocolate marzipan. Yay, you make them to order. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, guys, go check it out. Go check it out for sure. Oh, yay, thank you. And then, the other thing about Saturday was just a great day. So once I got home, the stickers that I had ordered had come in. So look, hold on to your butts. So I need to get a picture of this, and I want to make this pop up on screen whenever anyone does a hold on to your butts sound alert thing, like sound redeem. So
hold on to your butt.
Yes. Do it. Hold those butts. And then they sent me this as like a little freebie. So life finds a way. Saturday was the best day, guys. And this is the person who made them. I can give this information in Discord. But Tookie Clothespin Co. is the company. They have a lot of 80s and 90s themed things. For me in the US, shipping was free on these, but the big one cost, I think it was $9 or $9.50. And so like the bigger ones get a little more pricey, but they were free shipping, and they ship in just like a regular envelope. Like they shipped just like this in a regular envelope. So, just be aware. Mine got through just fine, but yeah, I had the best day Saturday. Oh my gosh. Oh, good times. Look at me. I'm not even making turtles or anything right now. Not even. I thought it was Tootin' Meanage Needle Teetles. It very well could be. I literally just... Oh, wait, is this from something? This is from something, isn't it? This is something I don't know about. Goat is on shelf behind me. He's been dubbed Balthazar. I love it. Oh, thank you. My big, like, psychedelic color goat. Yeah, oh, I'm so happy he has a home. I love the name, too. I love the name. Do I even crochet here? No, I don't. I don't. I drink coffee, I eat treats, and forget where I am. Okay. All right. I'm doing things. I don't even know where I am anymore. Here. Now. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. See, this is the dangerous thing. I can't like pick it up and put it down very easily because I can't see the stitches, so I can't just like ramble for a while and then look down and remember where I was, or like count the stitches and go, okay, yep, I'm on track. So this could go very wrong very quickly. If I was a smart bean, I would probably do like a bumblebee or something because those sold out too. The big bumblebees that were designed by Hooked by Robin. They're a free pattern. I've been making them in Bernat Velvet. So I almost made those today, but I made a bunch of turtle heads yesterday. So I figured we'd try turtles. But if I'm super distracted, we might have to switch to bees so I can actually see what I'm doing. I drink coffee, I eat treats, I forget where I am. Yeah, and it is a coffee day today. It's an espresso day today. This is espresso with chocolate, or not chocolate, with caramel. And chocolate on the side, which is over there. Like I just stream as an excuse to eat chocolate in the morning. It's a good excuse. Rain wanders in with coffee mug looking for squishy turtle to squish. I have the squishy turtles to squish. They were a huge hit at the market. Yeah, I think they were priced well, kind of like what Shannigan's said. Things priced under 20 were doing really well. And let me think. I sold 2 of my spiders, of like the wire leg spiders. Not the no-sews. I didn't sell any no-sew spiders at all. But people really did like the spiders. What else? Oh, the lobsters sold. I made the blue lobster on stream, and then I made like a pinkish lobster afterwards, and they both sold. And the crab sold from February. Arame, hello, you're home. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Sounds like my life. Could be a t-shirt. Yes. Anyone want to see a photogenic sheep that you took a picture of at the weekend? We like sheep. Oh, speaking of sheep, I got myself a present I got myself a Mother's Day present. The woman who was right behind me, the booth right like back to back with me, she did needle felting and she had the cutest things. And she her stuff was priced really low. Like we didn't talk long enough for me to feel comfortable being like, your stuff is really great, like you could totally sell this for more, because pricing is a very touchy subject and I didn't want to like intrude on anyone else's thing. But this little guy, look at it. It's heckin' adorable. Look at it. Look at its face. It was $10. It's $10. I love it. Love it so much. I have to figure out where to put it. It's there right now, so I can see it and smile. But yeah, that was my present to me. Today's stream is Empty Cave, Busy Fee. Yes, actually. Like, the giant pile of things that's usually there is gone. Except for Duckula. Like, all of the regular ducks sold. The white chicken, the yellow duck. I sold, I think, like 2 of the mallard ducks that have the green head and the brown body. And some kid took the tooth off of Duckula. The kids were like hanging out in front of the ducks and the chickens for a while, and when they finally left, I went over and he was missing a tooth, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I mean, these guys were on pretty good, so he or she or they had to be really working at it to get it off, so I'm not happy. So I had to throw it back behind the table. So I can cut a new triangle very easily and put it back on, but I was like, oh, really? Thanks, guys. Thanks. Nervous Corvid, it was nice. You ran into one of the other people you talked to a lot. Nice. It was nice seeing them. Awesome. I actually was excited. I got to go around and see the other vendors before we started because I got there so early because I wasn't sure how long it would take me to set up. And the parking situation is a little nuts for, loading and unloading and everything before and after the market. So I got there really early and I had over an hour after setup to go look at the other vendors, and I never get to do that. So that was great. Yeah, and there were goats that were there. You could pet and feed the goats. There was a bouncy house there. I was just sad I never got up to the food vendors. Just, things were really busy and I don't have a booth buddy. So I had to bring my own food from home. But on Sunday, my daughter packed lunch for me. My daughter made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and then threw in a whole bunch of jelly beans as a surprise treat. Just a cute little guy. Oh, kegs. There we go. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Look at his nose. Oh, look at the little spotted legs. That is a cute sheeps. Let me put this in a place that I can actually share it. And get my window up. There you is, sheep. There's Keg's photogenic sheep. This sheep was just kind of like out and about one day and hanging out. It's a very cute sheep. It's a very, very cute sheep. It's a good Monday, Arame. Today classes are canceled and you're home earlier than usual. Yeah, it is earlier than usual. So you get to relax, or do you have fun things planned? Either one sounds good. P.S. These are what you need to keep an eye out for. Ooh. Are these the treats? These may be the treats. Ritter Sport Marzipan. All right, if nothing else, I might be able to find them on Amazon. If nothing else. So thank you. I'm going to keep that up in a tab. I'm going to look at Amazon later after stream and just see what I can see. But I don't think I've seen them out in our international treats aisle. Corvid, you could imagine, we pulled onto the street and your mom's reaction was, and I quote, "What in the judge fudge is all this?" I love that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I think the parking on Main Street, it's a small New England town, a tiny, tiny little main street, and I think you're only supposed to park on one side of the street, and there's parking on both sides of the street, so that means that only like one car can fit through at any given time. You can't have like traffic going two ways as normal. It was nuts. It was nuts balls, guys. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm with your mom, and I love what in the judge fudge is all this. That is beautiful. He was on the tour I camped on when I got up to see the sun come up yesterday. Oh, we just got to hang out with the sheep and watch the sun. Probably the highest sheep in England south of Kinderscout at that point. Arame, you want to learn, and after that, I want to play. Ooh, that sounds good. Corvid, the second you start replying to me, I get an ad. Oh, sorry. I mostly just loved your mom's judge fudge thing. That's adorable. I love it. I love it. All right, so I have not done. All right, slip stitch into the front because I have to remember how you do this. Slip stitch, turn, do not chain. I almost chained. And pull this tight. All right, pulled tight. Don't know if she ever got by your stand. Ghostface t-shirt. I don't remember a Ghostface. Chillin' and Killin' Ghostface. I don't remember one. There was a kid who had this really cool, like when you looked at the whole design, like it was a peace sign, but it was ghosts. So all of the negative space of the peace sign was a ghost. And that was a cute shirt. I really liked that shirt. I told the kid I liked their shirt. DeHeron, all my yarn is packed. I'm ready to go. Got to get your crochet fixed. Oh, that would be hard if all the yarn was packed away. Did you save any for a project, or when do you get to unpack the yarn again? And I have not made the cheesecake yet, Arame. No, I had a huge, a 2-day market event. So I was gone from like 7 a.m. until just after 5 p.m., both Saturday and Sunday. Um, and this week we're going to have to do a lot of, we have to power wash the house, and I need to clean out the other car because my in-laws are coming and they want their power washer back. So I actually still need to figure out what I'm going to use instead of the cork. I still need to figure that out before I can make it arame. But I need to make it. It sounds amazing. And Corvid, I didn't feel like wearing pants, so it was a dress day for me. That's always a good start to a sentence. Didn't feel like wearing pants. I'm still impressed that you have a dress with pockets. I seriously don't think I've ever had a dress with. I'm not a dress person, but like any dress I've ever worn, I don't think I've ever had one with pockets. Oh, no yarn for a month. Oh, to Heron. Oh no. Oh no. You got it at Walmart. Nice. They have them in 4 different colors. Well, I'm really glad that there are dresses with pockets that are readily available now. Those needed to be a thing long, long ago. All right. Back loop only. Now the first stitch. Painfully M, thank you for the follow and welcome in. I promise we do some crochet. I am rambling a lot. I think the coffee is kicking in because I am super awake now. All right, we're slip stitching. And we work the first leg immediately. Chain 2. So part of this is me trying to remember the pattern. Once I do, I know we'll be in good shape. I have not made this for a hot minute, and they are basically all sold out and gone, which is a good problem to have. Chain 2, slip stitch. But yeah, if you're a crocheter, I have worked on this before on stream, and I'm sure I did a much better job at actually crocheting on that stream. But it's a paid pattern. You can get it from Etsy or Ravelry, and it is a no-sew turtle. And the picture of him here, the one that I'm making, Tank the Turtle, is the smaller of the two, and you can get them as a bundle pattern. I think it's $5 for the little guy, $8 for the bundle for 2 together, and $5 if you want the big guy separate. And it's not my pattern. That's the other disclaimer. It's not my pattern, but it's a lot of fun, and it's no-sew. Astrid, you got distracted by the fact that you found a self-submitted Google Docs form on Reddit from employees where you work. Ooh, juicy gossip. That sounds pretty good. Can't you have cork delivered via Amazon, or is it a German thing? I have never heard of cork in the US. I can look on Amazon, but especially, well, if it's perishable like that, I'm not sure. I don't know about Amazon and perishable foods. I've never done that before. And if it's a European thing, I don't know. I don't know how you could. Obviously, it's possible. It's the 21st century. It's possible. But I don't know the logistics of it. But I will try to keep my eyes open. And Corvid, you need to take a second to wake up. You literally pulled your laptop over, said, "Oh, Fee's live," and kind of shook myself. I'm like, okay, get the caffeine if you caffeine. Pet the cats. Wake up. But yeah, thanks for coming in. And let me see if I can remember what I'm doing. I don't know. And 2. Like once you have the rhythm of this turtle for this pattern, they work up so stinking quickly. And if you haven't made this turtle before, but you're thinking of making him, I had to read it through a few times to figure out what the designer was saying in a few parts. It's not that it's like unclear. It's not like there's a problem with their writing. It's just they're moving in different directions that I'm used to moving with crochet. So once you kind of wrap your head around what they're telling you to do, it's really easy. And if anyone does run into anything on this pattern where you have questions, feel free to message me on Discord, and I'll be happy to try to explain what I do, or to like try to put the directions in different words, if that helps. But yeah, if you just like look at it like 2 or 3 times, you'll probably figure it out. But it did take me like a good 2 or 3 times to figure out what the devil are they telling me to do the first time I made it. Painfully am, hi! You crochet a lot. Mixture of amigurumi and clothing. You love the turtles. You're currently making yourself a summer top, and in between making animal key rings. I've thought about making I do little daisy key rings, but I've never made any other key rings. But I've seen such cute ones. Arame curd should be refrigerated, exactly, yeah. And when it's opened, it should be used up quickly. Otherwise, it can develop a life of its own. Exactly, yes. Yeah, but welcome in, Painfully M. I mostly crochet amigurumi, and I usually do knitting when I'm doing wearables or clothing of any kind, but I really do want to do another crochet cardigan at some point. What kind of projects have you worked on lately? I'd like to hear about projects that people have been excited about. And then usually I go and find the pattern and I drop the thing I was working on. I work on the new pattern. Maybe eventually I get to the old pattern again, but sometimes I don't. But yeah, I promise, usually there's more crochet happening. I'm just really chatty today, apparently. Usually there's a lot more crochet on this crochet channel. Thank you for the stickers. Crochet and spiders, that's right. Crochet and spiders. Thank you, Janny. You have asked for Tiny Animal Crochet Book for your birthday, hoping to turn into key rings. Oh, there's one. I don't know if I have it on my Amazon wish list, but I saw a really cute Tiny Animal Crochet Book recently. I know the person who makes them does a lot of pugs, like little tiny pug nuggets. They're like this big. And I was definitely looking at the book. I don't know if it made it to my wish list, but I was considering it because they were really cute. Oh, I know the other thing that I was going to ramble about today. Wait. 5, good. Let me get this leg finished. Let me go to Etsy and find the thing. Rando Fando Spoonie, who used to hang out like back when I started. Haven't seen them in a while. But they posted on Discord and the pattern looked amazing. So they told me who had made it or who had designed it, and I found them on Etsy. So you made me think of it because of key rings. So they made this pattern here as a key ring, and so I'm thinking about getting similar key rings with like kind of the snake chain. I really want to do it. I have some really neat eyes that I found on Amazon that I'm thinking of getting, and I want to use it for these guys. So yeah, I bought this one, and actually, let me throw this in, and it's on sale right now. 1 second, let me get rid of all of the extra stuff in the URL. So yeah, it's on sale. It's usually $5.50. It's $3.30 right now. And it's by Mrs. Crowlett. And I also got this one. Nicholas, welcome in. Nicholas and Kit's awesome wife. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hear you've been doing a lot of crocheting. Yeah, we're doing turtles. And Nicholas, thank you for the subscription. Welcome in. How are you doing? I hope your spring's going well. I know this is like your busy time. Things are kind of busy now. So it's good to see you. Oh, and what a yarnaholic, you're currently knitting a Tolsta Tea by Rebecca Clow, aka 3B. It's on Ravelry. Interesting. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, just I'll get rid of this picture. But this is the other one that I bought. So it's the same Mrs. Crowlett designer, the same as the mushroom that I put in chat. And so I'm going to make these for Halloween. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. All right, so let me catch up. Aramay, dear translator, you should translate the refrigerated part for me, not the quark. I understood though. Because I know that, I don't know if it's a kind of curd, but I understood what you meant there at least. Painfully, Emily, you recently made a unicorn backpack for a friend. You took the pattern of a horse backpack and you added the horn. That's really neat. That's neat. I haven't done any backpacks. I started doing a ladybug and it's sitting at the bottom of my closet right now. That happens a lot with me. But yours sounds really neat. Oh, and Nicholas, 15 months. I just saw the number too. 15 months? It's a long time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Congrats on netting 30 million this weekend. Thank you. Thank you. No, like I said at the beginning of stream, Saturday was the single best day of sales I have had since I started doing markets, and I started in 2015. And then Sunday was definitely in the top 5 days of like best sales that I've done in that time too. So all in all together, it was an amazing weekend. Like I was floored. I did not expect that at all. I mean, I barely expected myself to be able to remember how to human and how to vend. And, do people even want to buy this stuff? Like I just work myself so much. Like I work myself up so much before the first market of the season every single year. And I know it will be fine. But I still panic. So it was amazing. It was great weather. It was awesome. And Kit's awesome wife. Hello, how is I not already following? Well, welcome in. Thank you for following. It looks like a really cool Halloween Pokemon. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'd really like to have, definitely for Halloween, I want to have those mushroom eyeball guys and the flower eyeball guys. I would like to make at least a few of them for the big downtown market, the big 3-day thing in June. But we'll see. I think I have my plate full already. I think the first order of business is to make as many of these like turtles as I can. And then we'll see what kind of time I have. Because I still have to finish up the cards, the art cards, by the end of this month. So let's see, we're doing 2, 3. Let me just get the tail in here, and then his little body will be done. I had 3, slip stitch. I don't remember if I tried to get fancy and use the back loop. I think I did. See how this works. Astrid Emerald has been following Phoenix Fire Element for Astrid Emerald. Why did it do that? That's weird. 10 months, 29 days, and 22 hours. Aw, thank you guys. Thanks for sticking with me. A long time. It's a long time. Grumble, mumble, snorf. Mumbles back in with can of soda. I've been really fiending for soda, like a Dr. Pepper or something lately. I almost never drink soda just because it's not in the house. And then I have to go buy it special, but I've really been wanting a Dr. Pepper. 15 months doesn't seem that long. It does, though. It seems it's over a year. A year's a long time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Astrid, you thought you might be creeping up on a year? When I followed you, it was close to when you started crochet. Yeah, and that still surprises me, too. Like, every time I remember that you haven't been crocheting, like, forever and ever and ever. Because you make awesome stuff. Like, you do a great job, Astrid. I should just put this down and, like, pretend that I'm crocheting again. Painfully M, how easy is it to get into markets? You're thinking of doing a craft fair later in the summer, but not sure if you're brave enough. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. It depends on your area, but usually I don't think it's all that hard. Depending on your area, I would say you start looking into what markets are in your area. And then the second thing to look for is what vendors they already have, because most of them try not to have too many competing vendors. The ones that I've been in, unless if they're really, really small, they'll try to only have like one of each kind. And when I say small, I mean like 15 or fewer vendors. Then they'll probably try to only have one kind of vendor so that no one's competing and there's no bad feelings. The craft fair that I was in this weekend had 60 vendors, and the one that I do in the city nearer to me has like 65 or so on a regular basis. And with the like 60 vendor shows that I've done, I think I think there are maybe 4 other people who do crochet, and none of us are really stepping on each other's toes, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a woman who does her own spinning and dyeing, and she also knits hats. There's a person who does really awesome, like, baby toy crochet, like wooden ring and with a crochet animal head on top. And she does a few baby hats too. And I really don't do that. But anyway, the point there is, if it's a bigger market, even if they already have like a few crocheters or fiber artists, they still might have you in if it's a bigger thing. But I'd say that's where you start. You see who's in your area, what fits with your schedule and your transportation. Like if you can, make their schedule and become a regular. And then see what other vendors are there. And if you can, go to the market and kind of chat with some of the vendors. Just see how they feel about the market. Every market is run by a different market manager, and some of them are just amazing. Some of them really know their stuff, and they market the heck out of their markets so that the public knows about it, and there's great foot traffic. You can look into any of that. But for the most part, it seems pretty... Most of them have their own website. Either they have an application form, which might be seasonal. So, like, if you wanted to get into a market this year, they might already be closed for this year. But you might have to, like, email them, say, when will your application form be up for next year? And, like, I think most of the markets that I know of, their application forms go live around March or April. And they're only up for, like, a month or so. And often the vendors who have seniority are a shoe-in. Like, they get the spot, and then they'll see how many spots they have left over. But usually there are spots left over. Hopefully that made sense. I think the caffeine has really kicked in, so I apologize. I'm going and going. All right, so there we go. How easy for markets. Zach, welcome in. Zach, I was talking and talking and talking, but I'm gonna do a shout out for you. Zach is amazing. Zach streams art, and you should absolutely go check them out. I want to do digital art the way that Zach does, which, yeah, I'll get there eventually, maybe, if I'm lucky. Basil, you love a Dr. Pepper. Yes. Orvid, the brain cells, now that the brain cell is functioning. Fee, I know for sure they'd probably have Ritter Sport Marzipan in the World Market at Salem. I never get to Salem. There's a fancy chocolate place, Van Otis Chocolates in Manchester. I've never been to Manchester. I mean, I've only lived in this area for 3 years. And Manchester's like 30 minutes away from me. I've never been to Manchester. I don't know anything about it. I do want to get to the craft market at the mall in Manchester. That's one thing I really want to do. Master, do you remember asking you about my first bee, which is hilarious when I look now? Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love sharing information if I can. I know there's a lot of times when I'm probably not helpful at all, but if I can help, I'm always happy to. Oh, there was this cute little girl, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9 years old, and she started to learn to crochet. So she was looking at my stuff, and I heard her talking with her dad about, like, he was like, oh, like one day you'll crochet stuff like this. And so I was like, oh, you're crocheting. Oh yeah, I just started. And she's like, I got a book from the library, and I tried to make a pear yesterday, and it just looked like a blob. And I was like, I've made a lot of blobs in my time too. Don't worry about it. So, like, I told them, like, I gave them some information on, like, yarns, just like the basic, cheapest acrylic yarn so that she can practice. And like what hooks to use to make amigurumi, like using the smaller hook than the yarn recommends, which I don't think they were doing because they sounded surprised when I said that. So yeah, it was really nice, and she was really sweet, and they were yeah, it was nice. I love doing things like that if I can help. Because crochet is awesome. Crochet and knitting has been a great stress reliever for me, and I love seeing other people do it. If you are doing any kind of craft or hobby or anything that is making you happy, that is kind of de-stressing your life, I want that for you. So yeah, I'm always happy to share. Let's see. Both places are definitely places I'd recommend hitting anyway. I will get to Manchester someday. Someday. I don't get out and about much, like at all. Markets are my social scene and that's it. But I do want to get there, so eventually I will. I don't know when. I can show you the world of chocolate. Oh, and a treat. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. Oh, those are cute gummy bears. Whose gummy bears are those? Fish? Fish? I don't know. Those are cute gummy bears, though. All right. So it's a milk a day. It's a milk a day. Oop, and I'm just dropping like hazelnut stuff everywhere, which is fine. Thank you for my treat. And a stretch. Thank you. I've been hurting because I've been standing all day for the 2 days. And if I was walking around, I would be fine. Like if I was in motion, I would be fine. But just like standing hurts. So thank you for the stretch. I'll do a stretch. And I'll do a hydrate. Oh man. Yeah, my upper back is very sad. Oh. Yeah, I already like half sung one thing. I'm not going to subject you to that again. But yes, Janny, what Janny said. Today in Amigurumi May is tips and tricks, and it's going to be your eyeball fire tip. Yay! Yeah, like I said, I picked that up from someone on Twitch, but I don't remember who. And I think sometime in the last month, I did see someone who was just kind of suggested to me on Instagram. They posted that as a tip. So I know other people do it too, but I wish I remembered who I picked this up from. I cannot for the life of me remember who I was watching on Twitch, like, 2 years ago when I found out about the fire trick for the safety eyes. Because I like to give credit where credit's due. If I learned something from someone, I like to say, oh, like so-and-so told me this. Corvid, your family makes it a mission to find random neat places to hang out in different towns around here. So, oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. Corvid, yeah. Like the next time my sister's up, I'd love to find like just some like fun thing to go and do. But yeah, I might have to ask you about that. Like I don't have anything just off the top of my head now, but like that I'd like to ask about, or like, hey, if I want to do this for an afternoon, where should I go? But I definitely will need to ask you at some point. All right, so we did the tail, slip stitch, and then next stitch, and then last stitch. I feel like I already did that though. Let me just double check that I didn't mess this up because I feel like something might be not adding up here. Basil, you've made plenty of blobs and they were supposed to be blankets. Uh-oh. Right. And the leg counts the slip stitch, I guess. Oh, and a hydrate. Zach, also the hydrate. Thank you. Although it's coffee, so it's just caffeine and not much hydration. I'm drinking it anyway, though. Also, it's getting cold. Now it's like inadvertently iced coffee. I shouldn't have taken this out because now I am not finding the back bump. The back bump. Where the dickens are you? There. Mixed signals. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. I am moving so slowly today. Turtles are cute. Thank you. I have the pattern command set up now. It wasn't when I first started streaming today, but they are set up now. There we go. It is a paid pattern. I like to try to do a mix, and the last pattern I did was free. I try to do more free patterns, but yeah, today a paid pattern. It's $5 on Etsy or Ravelry. It's not my design, but this was one of my huge sellers from the market yesterday. So we're restocking. We have a lot of restocking to do. Astrid, your cousin used to crochet as a kid, and she's 14 now, and told me you've inspired her to take it up again. Excellent! Doesn't that feel so good? When like there's a thing that you like doing, whether it's crafting, reading, whatever, and someone says you've inspired them to do it again. Feels really good. That's awesome. I hope they have fun. Oops. Noisy. I know, doesn't Zach have the best emotes? I love Zach's emotes. And streams. Go watch Zach's streams. Please. Please do. It must be a very passed on tip. It could be. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much else I've seen out in the wild. I think people that I've talked with have tried it. But people who I haven't talked with before, I don't know. It's still a lot of people who sound surprised when I pull out the lighter. The gummy bear is from Fisher Magic. She's a 12-year-old Magic the Gathering player who streams a couple of days a week with her dad. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's such a cute gummy bear. Orvid, one of the fan bearings in your laptop is giving up, so occasionally your laptop sounds like it's full of bees. You have to slap it to get the fan to start working again. Very nice. Oh, man. It's full of bees. It's fine. It's fine. You set yourself to USA on Amazon, and you find a lot of stuff you can put in the cork, but no cork. Okay. That's kind of what I wondered I would find, but again, I don't really buy food off Amazon, so I wasn't sure. There might be some refrigerated unit that Amazon sends overseas. I don't know. May Mom is home. Mixed signals, you just started a baby hat this morning. You're hoping to find a cute amigurumi to give the parent alongside the hat. Yeah, these are cute. These are no-sew. They're no-sew, which is wonderful. And when I'm not on Twitch rambling, I timed myself making these. It took me 23 minutes to make one turtle from start to finish. So I highly recommend. I've really enjoyed this pattern. All right, so we've got that. Let's do purple for now. I think I can wrap my brain around a purple. I feel like I'm forgetting something, by the way. If I was supposed to reply to someone, please let me know again. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I cannot dredge up what it might be. But apologies in advance. 4, 5, and 6. No sew too. Take my money. Exactly. Yes. Did I find another no sew thing that I liked? I don't know. I feel like there was something else I was looking at on Etsy recently. But for the most part, I just like put something in my favorites section in Etsy, and then eventually over time I wear down and buy the thing. But at the very least, if you put it in your favorites for a while, if you don't need it immediately. Oh, I know what it was. It was the thing that I made for my friend's baby shower, which they don't have yet, so I don't want to say what it is. But it's knitted and it's no sew, and it is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone wants to hear about it, it was a paid pattern. You can DM me on Discord, and I will give you a link to where you can look at the pattern and buy the pattern. It's knitted amigurumi, and the thing is about that big when it's finished. So if you were interested, I'd be happy to pass on information, but not in public. Just in case. Oh, there you are. Just in case my friend pops in. I don't think they will, but you never know. Steph, aka Kailani, welcome in and thank you for the follow. What yarn are you using? I'm using Bernat Blanket. Bernat Blanket. The white was also Bernat Blanket. So it's by Yarnspirations. If you're in the US, you can find it. I believe it's in Joann. It's in Michael's. I think I've seen it in some Walmarts. I'm not sure if Walmart has moved to a different brand or not. But you can find it around. So yeah, I'm using Bernat Blanket and I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook. And it's okay. It's not my favorite yarn. It takes a little bit getting used to. And once I'm used to it, I can work with it and I don't have a problem. But it doesn't move as smoothly against itself as some yarns do. So when you're, pulling the yarn through the stitch, it doesn't slide as smoothly as I would like. So it kind of trips me up. But once you've made a few things using the yarn, you just get into the swing of it and everything moves along smoothly eventually. It takes a little bit to get used to it, for me at least. Nicholas, hoping I only have one more Monday after today of overtime so I can pay attention and enjoy the stream. Ooh, what kind of projects are you working on? Did you finish your Bernat Blanket, mosaic blanket? Like, that's the last thing I remember you talking about. I can't remember. I know I asked you a while ago about that. Oh, and so I was just about to say, and I probably won't be able to do the mosaic bag for a while because Nicholas has done some amazing mosaic crochet work. Did this huge, gorgeous blanket. Boy, when was that finished? It was finished a while ago, but I mean, it took a long time to make because it was enormous and just gorgeous color work. Anyway, I want to do a little mosaic bag, and now that I'm trying to set up for the June event and I have the card deadline, that won't be happening this month. But in addition to the deadlines, I just got an order for 4 of the Cthulhu dolls because a couple came on, I believe it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. And they saw Cthulhu and immediately had to have him and then messaged me just this morning. So I told them I can't work on the Cthulhus until June, but I get to make a bunch of Cthulhus, so that'll probably be happening on stream at some point. All right, what are we doing? We're doing this and this. After I get through a turtle or two, this is going to go really much faster because everything's pretty easy to memorize in this pattern. It's just the first go round that takes a little bit of time, and then, in this case, I haven't made these in a while, so it's refreshing the memory. See, we're gonna do a turtle today. There was so much rambling, but there is crochet too. It's not all lies. It's not all lies. But yeah, that's kind of how my next month looks. Finishing up cards and making a whole bunch of these kind of the small size bulky yarn crochet items. I'll be sharing my booth at the downtown Concord Market, which is great because it's a 3-day thing. and I don't have a booth buddy. Like my husband definitely, like, that's not his scene. He's not comfortable doing that at all, and that's okay. 20 years ago, I would have been shocked if you had told me that I was going to be doing this, because yeah, that was not like me at all either. But yeah, I'll be having a really good booth buddy. And so I don't even have to fill up the whole space. I just have to have enough for like maybe a table and a half, hang a few things off the tent. But I'd like to have a lot of restock inventory under the table, so as things sell, I can replace them on the table. And since it's a 3-day market, I won't have time to make things in between the 3 days. Basically figuring I'm just going to get home, eat something as fast as I can, and go straight to sleep, because they're really long days. I did not do this downtown market last year, but I did it 2 years ago. And that used to be my best, like my most lucrative, my best market yet, which has now been replaced by just this past weekend. All right, so we did all this. Oh, one more. Now we did all this. And we start joining. Here's where the no-sew stuff comes in. All right. Oh, yep, at the tail. Not made these guys in a while. There we go. And it's just slip stitching everything together. I just kind of hope I didn't miss a loop there, because I had this down to a science when I was making them before. We need to pull this apart and try again. We'll do it, and then I'll know for next time. Oops. That one yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now you go in here. It was really nice. You don't have to do any guesswork on assembling and placing all of the different parts and everything, because the legs, they tell you exactly how many stitches to do before you place the legs. And they tell you right where to put the head. Everything matches up perfectly. I think that's some of what I find frustrating with the stuff that you have to sew and assemble after you've made it. Science! It is. It's clearly highly scientific. This is like a science channel. I just don't like to brag about that very much, because, very humble. But yeah, I think that's one of my frustrations with assembling amigurumi stuff, is just kind of the placement of it, because it's very wishy-washy, vague, like, just like put the ears in a place until they look good and then sew them on. I really like it when they can tell you, like, exactly, place things like right at this stitch, at this row. Very helpful. String theory, exactly. I might steal that, Basil. I might steal that. Hey, Dan, welcome in. I'm doing super. I have a lot of caffeine in my system right now, and I can definitely hear it in the speed of my voice. I have espresso in what is clearly an espresso cup. Yeah, and I got back from the market this weekend. The market went really well. The weather was beautiful. The bands were amazing. The live bands that were playing. I had great vendor neighbors. It was like the perfect weekend. So I'm so happy. So Dan, how are you doing? How was your weekend? All right. So, if this is something that you want to make, this is the one little bit where you have to get out your tapestry needle, but I definitely do not count this as sewing. The only thing you need to do is to take this tail, once it's cut, put it through the shell, and then basically tie the turtle's head up so that it sits up straight. Otherwise, he's a sad turtle. That is the only sewing that needs to be done on this whole thing. I love it. Alrighty. You go in there. Okay, so you have all the legs already attached. Everything's good to go. I think do this. And this. There. That is literally all the sewing that you have to do for this guy. Then you just tie it off and you're all set. It is a great little pattern. Your weekend was okay? Last night you didn't get much sleep. Oh, night terrors. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I've never had them that I remember, but my husband does. And yeah, I'm really sorry that's how your night went, Dan. Sprinkle Kit, hi, welcome in. Happy Monday. We finally finished a turtle. For a lot of waffle. Lots of waffle, some turtle. Doesn't want to tuck in. Tuck in, baby. There you go. I just tuck the tail in so it kind of adds a little bit more stuffing. There. Got a turtle. One turtle down. 1 million to go. Turtle. All right. Let's see. I have 2 different tie-dye colors and I have a teal color. So I'll do the next underbelly for the next turtle and then we can figure out what color we want to do. Eventually we'll do all the colors. Astrid, you just tried making an iced coffee, but with chocolate milk. Not normal. Oh, chocolate milk, not normal milk, and it was a bit of a fail. Really? Oh, I'm sorry. I've I've tried once in a while to add, because I added caramel, like a caramel sauce kind of thing to this stuff today. And it works pretty well. I've done it before. The caramel sauce that I have works well with this, but I've tried adding different kinds of chocolates to make some kind of like a mocha type of coffee. I've never made it work. Anyone who knows how to make it work, let us know. Let us know how to. Yeah, exactly. Was hoping for mocha, but it's a weird, not quite chocolatey enough. Anyone have tips? I am a tea person, not a coffee person usually, so I do not know how to do the things and make things work with coffee. I bet there's someone who knows what they're doing. You would love a vanilla or chai sauce. Ooh. Actually, I need to get some of the vanilla chai tea. I think it's Bigelow brand. I need to make that. I haven't had that in a long time. I like to get that. One second. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Yep. I like to get that, and then I heat up like a saucer of milk, or like a saucepan of milk on the stove. And once the milk is at a good temperature, then I pop in the tea bag. I add some sugar. I add some honey. It's like, it's amazing. I've not had that in a while though. You live the decaf everything life, so you mostly drink plain versions of tea and coffee. Yeah, you know me, I usually do black tea, which has caffeine, but like compared to coffee, not coffee levels of caffeine. So when I do have a coffee, I feel it. Mix signals you're not a huge coffee drinker. If you ever want something flavored intensely in coffee, you make a quick, simple syrup infused with whatever you're wanting. I'll have to look up how to do that. Like, is this simple syrup just like boiling water and like adding sugar, or I don't know anything about it. And then you would just add whatever flavors that you want. If you don't want to get into it, I can look it up later too. So I don't need you to explain if you don't feel like typing everything out, because I'm sure it's a lot to type out. Equal parts sugar and water boiled, and then you steep it with the flavor. Super easy. It does sound easy. I like easy. Huh. So what would you do for like a chocolate simple syrup? Like what would you do, like a cocoa powder? Would you melt chocolate into that? Do you have any recommendations? That would be fun to try. Hoping to make a mint simple syrup in the summer to make mocktails. I think I need to move my mint plants. They're still not happy. I don't know where I need to move them yet, but you probably be happier anywhere that is not where they currently are. All right. Here we go. One, pull tight, in the back loop only. Two, do not chain. Nice. For chocolate, you would probably use hot fudge, but cocoa powder might work. May have to go experiment. I want to know too, because like I said, I would like to do like a mocha kind of coffee sometime. I think that'd be pretty good with the caramel, because when I make hot chocolate, sometimes I'll add a little bit of that caramel to my hot chocolate, and that's really good too. The mint is your favorite one for summer. Had an apple juice with crushed ice and mint syrup in a pub somewhere, so you need to try and make it. Apple juice and mint. I can't picture it. Like, I'm sure it would be good. Like, I can't imagine the actual flavor. It's definitely not a flavor combination I would have thought of. Sounds interesting though. They want to be somewhere tropical. And I think we're about to get tropical here. Which day is it? Is it tomorrow? It's supposed to be 80. I know 80 is like a joke to a place that's actually tropical, but it's warm for here. Oops. Got enough sun in the UK for a barbecue yesterday. So summer it is. Oh man, I really was sad that I didn't get to go up to the food truck places because our booths were set up all down by the road, and like you had to go all the way up the hill and into like a back parking lot to get to where the food trucks were yesterday. And there was no way I could do that since I didn't have a someone to take over my booth for me if I ran up to get food. Um, but oh man, I smelled it. There was like a barbecue place. I don't remember what the other place was the first day. The second day, I think there was also smoothies. But the barbecue place smelled amazing. Basil, you went out in shorts yesterday. Officially summer. I've done shorts once already. Was it? I don't know. It was one of the like outdoor work days. We just finished redoing our back porch, and now the last major thing that we have to do on the house is tearing down our front porch and rebuilding it. We've done a lot on this house. Whoops. Done a lot on this house in the 3 years that we've lived here, and like is so much better for it. Like a lot of stuff needed to be replaced. It wasn't just like, oh, we want it to be this way or that way. It was like, no, this house needs something or it's going to fall apart. Like the back deck that we just did, it was completely rotting. I have no clue when it was actually built. But now we can actually use it. That's kind of exciting. So we got 1, 2. Ta-da! Cool. See, when I actually know what I'm doing, the body goes by pretty quickly. Get in there. Can't wait for streams from the back deck. Actually, that wouldn't be impossible because it's close enough to where our Wi-Fi is. There's other sections of this house that there's just no Wi-Fi signal. We need to get ourselves a router or an extender or something. But there's almost never any sun on the back deck, so that could be an issue, I guess. All right, I feel a little braver. Let's do some of the tie-dye, which is a little bit thicker than the Bernat blanket. I can't remember if I had to do thicker and silkier. It's very slippery. Son of a... And folly a party. All right, maybe I'm feeling less brave now. We'll see. You will, butthead. All right, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. I need to do it not so close to the end. Yeah, I'm feeling less brave now. There we go. That should work. She said, hopefully. And 6. I might not do any more of this yarn on stream. It's making me nervous. I swear there's a stitch in there somewhere. All right, so there's 1. I believe in you. Thank you. That's one of us. That's exactly one of us. See what we're at. Oh, we're only at 1:30. So yeah, we'll do another turtle, and I'm just going to do a simple teal turtle this time. I think that'll be a good final turtle. Ooh, I get to make more of the zombie cats and the voodoo bunnies. I think I had 7 voodoo bunnies. I think 4 of them sold. I sold 1 big and 1 small of the voodoo cat, the zombie cats. So I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna have to get more of this yarn, the yarn that is the Red Heart Stripes in retro, because that's the one that sold. That's the kitty that sold. I'll have to grab more of that. One. Steph, is this turtle pattern good for beginners? I would honestly say no. This turtle pattern, for one thing, if you're a beginner with crochet, this is really hard to see the stitches in. Like you basically have to go by feel. Like it's hard to count stitches in here. And the other reason why I would say this is probably not great for beginners is the first time that I went through this pattern too. I've been crocheting since I was 6, and I've basically been doing a lot of amigurumi since just like 2015 or so, is when I really just started crocheting all the time. But my first go through on this pattern, I was confused by some of the directions, not because the directions were poorly written. It is well written, but some of the design elements in here, they have you kind of doing things I'm not used to doing. Like you turn in a strange place, or you use stitches in a different way that I'm used to using them, if that makes sense. I would be happy if anyone wants to try this pattern, if anyone wants to buy the pattern, and if you run into problems or if you have questions, I would be happy to answer questions or try to help out. Like I always say, feel free to message me on Discord, and there's a little help section on my Discord too. And if anyone has any questions during stream, I'm also happy to do like a little mini tutorial or like try to show you something quick on stream too. But yeah, this is a great pattern, but it is a little confusing. And then once you get through it the first time and you realize how it's structured, how it's put together, it is really easy once you've gone through it the first time. But figuring out the first time was hard for me. Let's see, that's 1, 2. So, and again, like this yarn here, you just cannot see stitches in here. I completely have to go by feel. That makes sense. Okay, good. You're mainly a knitter, but amigurumi is so fun looking. It is. It is. I have a lot of fun with it. Actually, I love knitting stuffed animals too, but it's really hard on my hands because I keep such a tight tension so that the knitting doesn't, you know, gap out. Like I use a much smaller needle and everything like you're supposed to, but I also keep the yarn tension like a crazy tight tension. So my hands hurt. But I recently bought a knitted amigurumi pattern from Ravelry, one that I've been eyeballing for like a year. And it's for a friend for their baby shower, so I don't want to share what it is on stream. But it's really well written and it is no sew. Like it has, arms, legs, tail, ears, whole body, everything. Everything is knitted right in together and it looks amazing. It was totally worth buying that pattern. For whatever that's worth, if you're interested in trying something like that. Or maybe you already do that. I should not assume. Yeah, absolutely. I would be very happy to send you the link. I think it was maybe $6 US for the pattern. But like I said, it's well written. Everything is, everything, all the stitches are like counted out for you. So there's no guesswork about where the limbs go, where the ears go. Everything is written right out for you. It just goes together so smoothly. I was shocked. I was happy and shocked. So yeah, once they have that, I I would be very happy to publicly share the link. But I'm trying to be a little secretive right now. Astrid, you frothed the coffee before you put the milk in. You just drank some of the foam and now you feel zazzed and it's not even caffeine. Nice. I don't like foam and froth. I really feel like I'm in the minority, but I don't like the mouth feel of like foamy, like the foam at the top of beer or um I don't like foamy stuff. It's just weird. It's weird. Alrighty, do do do. That was that. We go around once and we attach to a body. 4, 12, 15, 16. Nice. 17, 18. Yes, good. Sorry, I didn't want to stop counting. You understand that you're okay with foam, but you struggle with fizzy drinks. You wait for them to be a bit flat. Yeah, like I said, I almost never have sodas. So when I do have a soda, like I'm always like surprised all over again by the carbonation in it. So yeah, I get you there too. I can do carbonated drinks better than I can do foam, like like the foamy head of a beer, whatever. But yeah, it's still a little weird. And I cannot do carbonated water. I think the only carbonated things I can really do are like soda. Um, yeah, yeah. I cannot do carbonated water. The fizzy waters, oof, they're weird. They're weird, guys. All right, now I messed up, or not messed up, but I forgot on the other turtle that I have different colored eyes in each of these heads. So I just randomly grabbed an eye. So I have a purple turtle shell with an orange eye, or an amber eye. Doesn't look bad, but I wouldn't have planned it that way. So this time I need to figure out what color I want. Probably do a purple. Probably a purple. Yep, that's good. That is good. Okay. Let me think. What else have I not said about the market yet? So I'm not just repeating myself. Um, I had a woman who came into the tent and just kind of like, like walked in, like looked around, but you could tell she wasn't really like shopping, browsing. So she's kind of like looking around, walks up to me. She goes, "Do you ever do wholesale?" I was very polite. I'm a very nice person, I promise. But I was just like, "No, I'm sorry. I have to hand make all of these, and they're already priced lower than they should be." She was like, "Oh, okay," and she walked off. I was like, "Maybe do you do wholesale? You don't ask a crafter if they like if you have a machine and you can program your machine to run through like 100 of a certain design or something. I could see you could probably price things differently, maybe if they made it worth your while, but." Really? That was different. I've never been asked that before. Also, I had the customer who really wanted to talk, would not leave. Like, it's like I'm not gonna make them leave either. Like I can't do that. Like I don't have it in me to be like, you have to leave or I have customers or whatever. But come on. Sorry, the eye is tapping on the table. You're probably hearing it tap out. All right, turtle. Making loads of something is way more painful to. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, there are certain things like the turtles, the frogs, like stuff like that. They go quickly enough that so far I'm okay with making a bunch, which is good because apparently they're selling well. But yeah, there are certain things where after a while I'm just like, nope, I gotta be done with this. I cannot possibly look at another one of these things, whatever it may be that I'm making. I've made 20 and I'm done forever. Bum bum bum. Do any wholesale? No. Actually, my daughter had me watch the duck song video with her this morning, and I love watching the lemonade guy's like face get angrier and angrier. And I was actually thinking of like the wholesale lady and the lady who was just like talking the whole time, and I was just like, oh, that's what my face was doing in my heart. Unfortunately, my real face was being polite, but the face in my heart had the angry face. Hey, crazy flyers gal, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. We're finishing turtle number 2. I'm actually getting stuff done now. You're doing nothing for an hour, basically. But having fun. Having fun isn't nothing. Having fun is important too. Oh no. Such a cheeky ask. Yeah, I've never had anyone ask, hey, person who hand makes every single thing individually, like I don't mean this as like a dig on people who sew, but like even like if you were sewing, you could draw up like a form, and you maybe like if you pinned everything together, maybe you could cut like a whole bunch at the same time even. But like with this, it's like I'm making the fabric like No, no, no wholesale, no. Do not ask other people this. Please don't ask other vendors this. These turtles would be great in mosaic. Nicholas, you're fired. In mosaic. You're fired, Nicholas. No. Actually, I do need to look at the bag pattern. I forget what the bag pattern even looks like now. The mosaic bag that I want to do. I'd found it a while ago. I have it downloaded on my computer. I don't remember what it looks like now. It's been so long since I've seen the pattern. There, turtle. Turtle number 2. Turtle number 2. It's got like the little tie-dye yarn. He's stuffed a little bit more than I like, but I think he'll kind of wear down a little bit too. And I don't want him to be empty after he gets squeezed and loved. Grabs an empty box to clear on my desk. Oh, I can't fire you, Nicholas. You can stay. I can't fire you. I can't do it. I thought I could do it, but I can't do it. Don't do that again. Don't do it again. Astrid, you try to have a polite face, but sometimes it betrays me, and I'm too honest in the face. I think based, like, just kind of like how my family was and everything, and I think I've kind of said this before, like my responses to things, like, you know, there's fight, flight, and freeze. I'm always freeze. And I think my default is always neutral, stay neutral, stay neutral. So I don't think my face usually betrays me. I could be wrong. I could walk around with a mirror more often and find out, I guess. But I think for the most part, like I my default is to like stay neutral. So yeah, I need to make angry faces more, apparently. I need to make angry faces more at people. You know the feeling? You have a veggie garden that needs veggies. And you're still waiting for your order. Oh, for seeds? Did you ordered seeds? I think usually if I'm shocked, my face shows it. I would probably show something like that more than I would show like frustration or like please leave. um, I think even surprised though. I kind of I think at least initially, like I stay neutral, I kind of process it, and then I'll react. I think. All right, turtles. Okay, I said I was going to go easy on myself and do a teal turtle next. So we'll make his little tummy, and we'll give him a teal shell. Yeah. Ooh, is there still time to plant? I know depending on where you are, the planting season varies. But it's May. I guess you can plant most things if you're going to harvest them in late summer. You still have time, right? You're not out of time yet, are you? I haven't done a vegetable garden in forever. I grew up with a pretty big vegetable garden that our family kept up. But yeah, I haven't planted veggies in a long time. Process it and hold it until you can tell us about it. It's kind of how I do, yes. And 6. You have very little rage. Your boyfriend sometimes asks how you're so calm if someone cuts you up or something. Oh, you mean like if someone like chews you out, like is like yelling at you? I think it's like you. It's past family response thing. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it's yeah. I get that. Crazy Flyers gal, you do catering. The amount of people who say I could do it for less. Yes. Yeah, I live in Montreal now. Yeah, no, I haven't had many people say it like out loud or to my face. I can only picture 2 people who have basically said that. And neither of them have actually said it to my face. Both of them, they said it loud enough that they knew I could, because they were standing near me and they were talking to their friend and they knew I was there. But yeah, like one of them was looking at some scarves that I had made, and it was some of my earlier markets, so they were severely underpriced. They were severely underpriced. And um yeah, what was it? This was again like toward the beginning of everything, so it was over 5 years ago now. But they were just kind of like, oh, you must make such, or they must make such good money on this stuff. It's like, I need to start doing this. I'll be rich soon, kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, definitely. That's why everyone's doing it, clearly. But no, the people who have said that kind of thing have never said it to my face. They always talk loud enough that I can hear when they know I'm right next to them. And then I'll try to like pointedly make eye contact with them just so I can stare at them and hopefully make them feel a little ashamed, and they never do make eye contact. So they know what they did. They know they're being a jerk. And I don't let it stick with me because they were clearly just being a jerk. Oh, like with driving when people cut in. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like even that stuff, like if I get not upset, but if I get frustrated about it, or I'm just like, what are they doing? This sucks. Like I complain in a joking way. Like creative profanity, which I love, and just like saying ridiculous things about them. When I'm alone in the car, if my daughter's in the car, I'm a little more careful. But like my go-to if I'm really frustrated or upset with something, like I let myself feel the frustration or the anger, whatever, but like I always do like creative complaining, or I like make fun of it as I'm complaining about it, and that seems to work for me pretty well. I hates those people. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, people can be just amazing, can't they? Just amazing. Right, and the yarn, time, supplies that goes into it. Yeah, it's learning to knit because yeah, this person who's like looking at the scarves, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna like teach myself to knit, and like I'll be making millions just like this person clearly is. I'm like, okay, you do that. You teach yourself to knit. You buy the supplies. You set yourself up. Cool. You're not gonna do it, so cool. Yeah, you complain, but there's no. I don't know. I almost like redirect the anger because like I do feel frustrated, but yeah, I don't know. I like to have a sense of humor about myself, and yeah, no, sense of humor has helped a lot in like every aspect of life. I think I'm here. I'm not sure. I make socks. I make socks for family members, and you're Ohana. No, you will not. You'll be broke before you make $1. Right? Yeah, no. The people who are like that, no, they're never gonna set up. The people who are like, oh, I can do this for less, they're not even gonna try to do it for less. They just want to complain. Absolutely. Oh, that's what I did last time. I think did that wrong. I knew something felt a little bit off, and that's what it was. Save up all the rage and unleash it on me each stream to fire me. Yes, that's actually what I do. That's my actual coping mechanism. You caught me, Nicholas. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to do better next time. But I'm like, I actually can't wrap my brain around the people who can take out their anger on others, like in mean ways. I don't mean like you snap back. 'Cause I'll snap back too. Like if something happens long enough or like it just hits me right, I'll snap back. But people who just are mean to other people when they're frustrated, I can't wrap my head around that at all. That's one of the things that will frustrate me, and I can't like joke away or anything. I'm thinking of one person in particular, if you can guess. Not the person, you wouldn't know the person, but like, if you can't guess from how I'm saying it, like, yeah, I've got a person in mind when I say that. I'm sure we all know someone kind of like that. You make hockey socks, and someone asked if you could make them a pair in Chicago Blackhawks team colors, but only the red, yellow, black. I don't know the team, I'm sorry. I still love you. Love you too, Nicholas. I'm sorry, I'll try not to fire you again. Oops. Did I do 4 or 5? I don't know. And I can't count because it's so fuzzy. Too fuzzy. Too fuzzy to count. Okay, try this again. 1, 2,